vote for Kamala Harris. And it's actually non-negotiable. Come on.
The producers, far left-wing activists in Hollywood, are turning on her.
Well, Rachel Zegler decided to get out in front of Donald Trump winning the election and said basically that there should be no peace for anybody who had voted for Trump. I mean, it was a really, really hateful message, complete with F-bombs everywhere, because apparently that's how the kids talk these days, these young ladies like Rachel Zegler.
Conservatives are calling for the cancellation of Rachel Zegler after she had some very choice words for Trump and his voters.
I have nothing interesting to say. I look insane. Everyone's just ignoring my phone calls. Whatever, it's chill. I don't even care.
Redo your film again, because this woman is a pig, and you fired Gina Carano for far less than this nonsense.
What happens when a Hollywood starlet decides to torch her own career in front of a million cameras? Rachel Zegler, the golden voice of West Side Story and Disney's new Snow White, didn't just trip over her words. She grabbed a flamethrower and aimed it at half her fan base.
Exciting moments, but also like the little blips where I just don't feel great. I think that's really important that you see me as a human being, because I think a lot of people don't. So I don't know. I want that disclaimer up.
One red carpet outburst, a few viral clips, and a subtle jab from her Shazam co-star Zachary Levi later. She's gone from rising star to internet punching bag. This isn't just tea being spilled. It's a full-on cultural earthquake, and the aftershocks are still coming. Stick with me, because this story's got twists that'll leave you speechless.
I don't want people to see me as ungrateful or anything like that. I was nervous if that's what this makes me look like.
It all went down in late 2024, right after Donald Trump's surprise victory in the presidential election. Picture this: Zegler, decked out in a designer gown, steps onto a red carpet, cameras flashing, the crowd buzzing. Then, according to reports, she lets it rip. If you voted for him, she allegedly sneered,
Vote for Kamala Harris. And it's actually non-negotiable. Our rights are on the line, folks. Our reproductive rights. Come on. Go vote blue. And if you disagree with this sentiment, just hit the unfollow button. I don't need your business. Thanks.
I hope you burn in your own little corner of hell. Vote for Kamala Harris. It's non-negotiable. Our rights are on the line. This wasn't a casual comment or a heated tweet. It was a deliberate, in-your-face attack on millions of Americans. The same people who pack theaters, stream her movies, and keep Hollywood's lights on. She didn't stop there, reportedly adding, "If you don't like it, hit unfollow. I don't need your business." The clip hit X and TikTok like a meteor, racking up millions of views in hours. Fans weren't just shocked, they were livid. But this wasn't a one-off. Something bigger was brewing.
Conservatives are calling for the cancellation of Rachel Zegler after she had some very choice words for Trump and his voters. There were several different posts, but what is really getting under people's skin is when she said, "May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace." Megyn Kelly even called Rachel a pig. The most shocking part about all of this was that I realized that I actually wasn't following Rachel, so I made sure to do so immediately after seeing that.
The internet didn't just react, it erupted. By morning, that red carpet clip was everywhere, stitched into TikTok rants, memed on X, and dissected in YouTube reaction videos. One post, captioned "She just told her fans to burn in hell," got over 1 million likes. Another showed Zegler's alleged Instagram story, a now deleted photo of her sipping wine in a Dior outfit, captioned "Middle America can cope." Fans screenshotted it before it vanished, and fan pages with hundreds of thousands of followers spread it like wildfire. Hashtags like hashtag Rachel Zegler exposed and hashtag boycott Zegler started trending.
What Rachel Zegler is posting, that is true hatred, and that is intentional misunderstanding, which seems to be the gist of their rhetoric these days. Weird. Somebody said, "Another 4 years of hate. May they never know peace." She's talking about her own hate. She is the one causing the 4 years of hate. Yeah, well, they have not figured that part out yet. Elon also commented under one of these screenshots and said, "She sounds mean." Yeah, we already kind of detected that last year.
A viral TikTok edit cut her rant with audio of a crowd booing, captioned, "When you bite the hand that feeds you." The message was clear. The audience she dismissed was done playing nice. And trust me, they had receipts. Because this wasn't her first time crossing the line, Zegler's been stirring drama long before this moment. Let's rewind to her Snow White press tour. She didn't just hype Disney's remake, she trashed the 1937 original, calling it outdated and mocking the prince as a useless stalker. Fans of the classic felt slapped in the face, but she brushed them off, saying they were clinging to a backward fairy tale. Then there's the Evita rehearsal rumors. Leaked audio, allegedly from a theater production, caught Zegler lashing out at castmates and throwing props in a fit of frustration. Her team scrambled to censor the clips, but the damage was done. Whispers also surfaced that she skipped Snow White promo shoots when she learned they'd air in conservative-leaning markets, with one alleged insider quoting her as saying, "Trump fans don't deserve escapism." Each story added fuel to the fire.
Apparently, Disney literally had to hire a social media guru to help or manage Rachel after she posted F Trump and said that she hopes that Trump supporters never know peace. This was a Variety headline. She made a response and she said, that was out of line. I'm so sorry. I was being emotional. I think the guru put that together. And a producer literally had to fly from LA to New York to tell Rachel to her face that she needed to tone down the pro-Palestine comments. And she said back to him, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm not deleting anything." And so that was kind of just a moot point. And they're saying that it's hypocritical that Rachel was punished or disciplined for her comments,
painting a picture of someone who didn't just disagree with her audience, she looked down on them with a smirk. But the red carpet rant, that was the match that lit it all up. Then came Zachary Levi, her Shazam co-star, who'd been watching this unfold with a front row seat. He could have stayed quiet, played the Hollywood game, and let the PR team sort it out. But Levi's not wired that way. On a podcast, with a calm nod and a knowing smile, he dropped a line that shook the internet. "Should I hate her because she's downstream of voices that tell her I'm evil?" He said, never naming Zegler but leaving no doubt who he meant.
Why she hasn't been fired yet is above my comprehension, because you invested in the wrong person. Do it to a T of what the movie is and you will make bank. Stop trying to push an agenda, as the left always does, and Hollywood is run by the left, so.
Then he went deeper. The problem isn't just the loudmouths. It's the enablers, the executives, the agents, the media, who let actors think they're untouchable. They tell you you're a hero for yelling at fans, then wonder why no one likes you. Fans on X caught the shade instantly, especially when they noticed Levi had quietly unfollowed Zegler on every platform: Instagram, X, Threads, a clean sweep. No drama, no statement, just silence that screamed louder than a press release. Insiders claim he'd warned Warner Brothers during Shazam filming that Zegler's attitude was a walking PR disaster. Levi didn't throw punches, he just held up a mirror, and the reflection was brutal. But what happened next turned the tide. Hollywood's reaction was pure panic. Sources say Disney's PR team went into overdrive, drafting apology scripts for Zegler with lines like "My words were taken out of context" or "I've grown since then." Standard damage control, right? Except Zegler reportedly wasn't having it. One alleged insider claims she called the scripts insulting and refused to back down, saying her stance was necessary. Another story says a producer flew from LA to New York to confront her about her outspoken pro-Palestine posts, begging her to tone it down. Her response? "I'm not deleting anything." Her defiance didn't just alienate fans, it spooked the industry. Whispers started spreading that Zegler's name was becoming unpromotable, a word that sends chills down any actor's spine. Studios don't blacklist you outright, they just stop calling. Scripts stop coming. Big budget campaigns move to safer bets. Meanwhile, Levi's out there thriving, shaking hands at premieres, signing voice deals, and rumored to be in talks for a gritty streaming drama that wants a no-nonsense leading man. He didn't cancel her, he just let her own words bury her. And the fans? They were ready to pick up the shovel. The fan rebellion was swift and merciless. Reddit threads like "She called us monsters, now she's the villain" racked up thousands of upvotes, with users compiling timelines of Zegler's controversies, Snow White shade, Evita meltdowns, and now this open disdain for half the country. YouTube commentary channels jumped in, with videos like Rachel Zegler's career kryptonite hitting 400,000 views in a day. Even her staunchest defenders, the ones who used to flood TikTok with clips of her singing, went radio silent. One viral meme paired her "Burn in Hell" line with the caption, "When the $12 popcorn crowd fights back." Another showed Levi's podcast clip with text overlay, "Zachary stayed classy, Rachel lit the match and cried when the house burned." The hashtags kept growing, and so did the unsubscribe counts. This wasn't just backlash, it was personal. Zegler didn't just insult trolls, she went after the heart of Hollywood's audience, the parents who buy Disney tickets, the families who stream her films, the everyday moviegoers who made her a star. And they weren't staying quiet anymore. this story's bigger than one actress's meltdown. It's about a chasm widening between Hollywood and the people who keep it alive. Zegler's not the first star to sneer at her audience, but her rant hit like a wrecking ball because it confirmed what fans already suspected. Some elites don't just disagree with them, they despise them. Draped in gowns paid for by middle America, she allegedly wished fire on the very families who put her on the map. Levi's response, measured but razor sharp, reminded everyone that not every actor buys into the same narrative. He stood up for the silent majority, the moviegoers who don't care about your politics but just want respect for their $15 ticket. This isn't about left or right, it's about gratitude, or the lack of it. When you spit on the people who made you famous, don't be shocked when they spit back. And right now, the audience is done playing nice. So where does Rachel Zegler go from here? She's not a victim of haters or cancel culture. She's the architect of her own downfall, lighting the fuse with every smug post, every unapologetic outburst, every refusal to course correct. Hollywood's starting to notice, quietly stepping back as her name becomes box office poison. Studios aren't rushing to save her, they're cutting their losses. Meanwhile, Zachary Levi's out there, unbothered, booked, and busy, proving you don't need to scream to make a point. He just told the truth, and the fans did the rest. This isn't just a scandal, it's a turning point. The audience is awake, and they're done bowing to stars who treat them like dirt. If you're fed up with Hollywood's hypocrisy, hit that subscribe button and join the conversation. The next chapter's coming, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. Because when the people who buy the tickets start fighting back, the whole industry feels the shake.